Mr. Arora, my first question coming to you is overall from an industry perspective. Clearly, we had a lot of reasons during COVID, etc., due to which the overall growth in terms of FY16 to 22 actually remained flattish, and a good recovery that has come in terms of FY23 as a whole. What's the sense that you pick up if you have to divide it between the beer industry as well as Indian-made foreign liquor?
Growth is in the both sectors, in the beer and IMFL. After COVID, these are the sectors which got the most benefit as well. Now you see aviation, hotel, tourism, all is doing very, very well. Similarly, liquor has also started doing well. Actually, the whole thing behind this is the attitude of people now. People are more into this thing. So that has benefited the liquor sector more. IMFL got less advantage because state governments are very, I would say, greedy about their revenue, and so they put more taxation on IMFL liquor. And beer is comparatively having more benefit because for society as well, it is if you have a lighter drink, and especially youngsters. So this is in the advantage, and they have realized, the state government said, okay, if you have a reasonable taxation on beer, the revenue is more for them. Their income goes proportionately more up in comparison to IMFL than in the beer. So that is the one reason that the beer industry got the most benefit of.
Right. So overall, taking FY23 into consideration, we've seen, at least for the beer industry, double-digit growth coming in for the industry. How is FY24 according to you looking like? And in terms of the gains that SOM industry, SOM will actually see out of it?
You see, we are quite optimistic. We at present we are present at a very limited space in the all India business, and 35-40% is the total all India where we are present. But wherever we are doing pretty well. Good. If you look at, there is 4 large companies in the sector, in the beer sector. UB is of course leader with the major market share. UB with Heineken, and another company InBev with Budweiser. This thing, and third is Carlsberg, a company from Sweden. So if you think of a 4th company, you have the name of the SOM in mind only. SOM has emerged as the fastest growing beer company in the last 2-3 years, and primarily because of the reason that our brands have been accepted very well wherever in which. So out of these 4 companies, whichever the markets we are present, we are practically in a number 2 position everywhere. So we are quite optimistic, and we have got a major plans for the markets which are still uncovered. I would say there are still 7-8 markets which are having a very large potentials. Markets like Maharashtra, Rajasthan, UP, Telangana, Andhra, Tamil Nadu. These are the markets which are having a very large potential, and these are all 20 million cases plus market. So the 20, not 20, I would say 30 million cases market. So these are the markets which are uncovered, and we have a plans to enter in these markets. So we are quite optimistic about it.
Right. So, Mr. Arora, what is going to be the strategy to enter these markets? By when do we see that happening? And 2, will we look at capacity expansion as well to enter these markets, or the current capacity will suffice?
No, current capacity is absolutely not. We are already using 100% capacity in Madhya Pradesh. We are using more than 100%, 105 to 110% in the Karnataka. Odisha, we have just expanded. We have only completed the expansion in July, so which is also doing more than 50% market. And we had the tie-up arrangement with the Carlsberg there. So with their consumption and our, I think we are going to use this year the 100% capacity in the Odisha as well. So we do not have anything surplus in hand with this. So we have to have. There are 2-3 ways to enter into the new market. One is that you get it locally made from the manufacturers there. That is one. Another is you lease some capacity or supply from your existing units. So, but the problem is that any state you enter in, and if you bring these stocks from another state, they put some import tax, and the state from where you supply to the another state, they also put some export tax. So these import and export together, that dilutes the margin.
Mm.
About 6% EBITDA goes into this. So the best thing is to have the local production. This local production, either you get it made by investing your money into the units over there. So of course, that is also a major investment. So because you have to pay the upfront taxes to the government, payment in advance, then raw material, packaging material, all have you have to. But the manufacturer only charges you the bottling charges, and then you can make it.
Right.
If you
So
give
what
it
is
to
going to be
if
your strategy to enter these markets?
we have a definite plan to have an acquisition or a greenfield. Like
Mm.
UP, we are planning to be a greenfield unit there.
Mm.
This thing, UP alone, if you look at the market, which is the sixth largest country in the world, so we are still not able to tape it properly because of the stocks availability. So UP, we are planning to be a greenfield. We have a few units on our radar for acquisition. So we have a definite plan to acquire units in the uncovered markets. So to have a additional capacity. So that's how we are going to proceed.
Right. And these acquisitions that you're looking at in strategic markets, will that be done through internal accruals, or will we look at raising debt?
You see, we have got a lot of surplus accruals. This year, in fact, we have reduced our debt also. Last year, we had about 250 crores debt. This year, we have reduced about 100 crore debt from this thing. We have brought down it to about 150 crores. So, because of the internal accruals, so despite the fact that we have done a expansions in the all three units this year, this thing, that all that expansion has been took place by the internal accruals only. We have got quite a good surplus accruals, and we are also having a QIP due in this month. In this month only, we are having about 350 crores QIP due by the end of this month. So we hope to be get a good response from the market as we are feeling as of now. So I think organizing money capital should not be a problem.
Right. And overall, if you see in terms of the raw material price trend, how is that looking like? Because clearly the prices have increased. To my understanding, companies have taken a price hike in the month of May last. Any updates on that as to what's the trend looking like?
You see, there are two aspects, two dimensions of it. Last year, if you look at because of the Ukraine war, their situation was really bad. There were two major reasons. We have got two major raw material, packing material involved in our business. One is malt, which was to come in a very very large quantity from Ukraine. So because of the Ukraine war, that got affected. And this was for a raw material. For packaging material, our major packing material is bottles. So bottles last year, there is a company called Hindustan National Glass, which is producing about 70% glass bottles of the beer industry in the country. They went into NCLT. So that was a lot of problem last year. But this year, Ukraine is also settled, and the glass industry have also increased their capacities. So prices have actually, in fact, a little bit come down. It is not increasing this year. One thing, and price increase what we have taken last year because of this situation. That since this will come down, so profitability will go up this year. It is not that's another dimension which I was talking to you is the utilization of the capacity. You see, despite so much of difficulty in the prices, our profit has gone up this year, precisely for the reason of the utilization of the capacity. That 100% utilization of the capacity has brought down the cost substantially. That is how our EBITDA from COVID period for the 9 crore loss we have gone into the 60 crores profit. This year is going to be much more than the 60 crores. Because of this. So situation has become better, I would say, rather than last year. It's nothing to worry.
Right. And overall, SOM has sold around nearly 15 million cases in FY23. How much do you think will the company do in FY24, and what's the next milestone? Taking the additional capacities, acquisitions into consideration, how much do you think you will be able to do?
Very great question. So let me tell you this thing. Presently, the market is of about 37 crore cases, about
Hmm.
370 million cases of the all India. And this year is going to be maybe this financial year is going to touch about 400 million cases. Whichever market we are present at present, our market share is of about 12%. If we look at the large perspective, say 5-7 years down the line from now, this 400 million cases market is going to be at least 700 to 800 million cases in next 5-6 years. And having our 20%, assuming our 20% market share in all India, we can easily reach to we will be about a 10,000 crore company easily. So from 1,000 crores this year, we can hope to be in the next 5-6 years about a 10,000 crore company. And as far as quantity is concerned, this year it's about 15 million cases, and you can imagine out of 20% share in the out of 700 million cases, about 10 times more from here, this 1.5 to about 15 million cases.
Right. So I think that's going to be looking very strong from here on. Thank you, Mr. Arora, so much for joining us on the show and sharing the views and taking into consideration that it is the festive season as well as you have the World Cup as well. It is going to be great with regards to consumption companies like yours as well. So that was the management of Som Distilleries, clearly giving us a trend of what the industry is looking like, not only for Som Distilleries, but as a whole, and how Som Distilleries could be benefiting out of the same as well. That's all that we have on this session. Thanks for watching.